Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the next part in my Swatch My Collection series, which is focusing on yet another 10 polishes from the brand Picture Polish. Most, if not all of these are available right now, so in the description box below I will link the polish pickup site, I will link their Instagram page, I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. I will also link a page to their stockists. They are an Australian company, they do ship pretty much worldwide, but just in case you are more comfortable ordering through a stockist or you want to order from multiple brands at once, that will be down there as well. So we have 10 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and just jump into it. So our first polish is called Cozy, and this is a pea green shade. It does have that holographic scattered microflake that Picture Polish puts in a lot of their shades. The formula on this is okay. It does take 3 coats to be completely opaque. The patchiness is kind of an issue for me. It does build up fine if you do a much thicker third coat, but it is just a little bit finicky to work with. It's not what I'm used to from Picture Polish. This one's going to dry relatively glossy on its own. You will want a top coat for both longevity purposes and to just kind of help bring everything together and make it look nice and even. And these holographic microflakes are going to stand out the best in the sunlight, and just normal indoor lighting it does just look like a silver fleck. Nothing in here is going to dry textured, nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove, but in my swatch photo you're going to see 3 coats of Cozy and a glossy top coat. So up next we have Camo, and this is a army green cream shade. This has a really good formula. It is completely opaque in 2 coats. It's very smooth, easy to apply. When I was swatching this, wore it for about 2 days, maybe a little bit less, a day and a half. With no base coat, and I had no staining, which I totally appreciate because I was 100% sure that this one would stain with the amount of pigment that was put into it. Their cream polishes are hit or miss for me in formula, but this one was really good. It was very opaque and smooth. I didn't have any running or pooling, not too thick or too thin, just absolutely great. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Camo and a glossy top coat. So up next we have Saltwater, and this is that nice baby blue kind of shade. It does have those silver holographic microflakes throughout it. Again, formula is good. It does have kind of the same patchiness issue that Cozy had, where if you work in super thin coats, you're going to have to build it up a little bit more than if you worked in thicker coats. But the formula is very good. It's just you have to kind of manipulate it to do exactly what you want. I was used to working with Cozy at this point, so I was able to get this one opaque in 2 coats, and my nails were a little bit shorter. Depending on your application and your preference and your nail length and your nail line and all that good stuff, you would probably need a 3rd coat. Again, you're going to want top coat for longevity purposes only. This one does dry smooth, it does dry glossy. Nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove either, so in my swatch photo you're going to see 2 coats of Saltwater and a glossy top coat. Next we have Sky, and this is one of those super duper light, almost white with a hint of blue creams. So the formula on this is pretty good. It's one of those, again, hit or miss creams from Picture Polish, which is not as good as Camo was. This one did take anywhere from 2 to 3 coats to build up. My swatch video is going to show 2 coats. Some of my nails did need a 3rd. Again, you're dealing with that kind of patchiness issue that for some reason in this batch of Picture Polishes I had a little bit of. This one is going to dry smooth and glossy on its own though. Again, you'll only need that top coat for longevity purposes. But in my swatch photo you're going to see anywhere from 2 to 3 coats of Sky and a glossy top coat. So up next we have Glitch, and this is a deeper teal jelly base filled with those silver holographic microflakes. So this is a jelly base. It is one that's going to have to be built up. I did get away with 2 coats because it has a really smooth, easy to work with, great formula. Depending on your application, your nail line, mine were short at the time, you might need to do a 3rd coat. Just like the rest of their microflake formula, this is going to dry glossy, it's going to dry smooth. The only reason you would need a top coat is to help keep it on. And with their microflake formula, the polishes aren't difficult to remove. Those microflakes come off no problem. So in my swatch photo you're going to see 2 coats of Glitch and a glossy top coat. So up next we have Tiffany, and this is almost a Tiffany blue. It is getting there. It's it just needs like a touch more of a green. So here it is next to Chillax, which I think leans more Tiffany than Tiffany does. Again, it's their cream formula that's hit or miss. This one was pretty good though. It did take 2 coats for me. Depending on your application, your preference, your nail length, the thickness of your coats, you might need to do 3. This one's also going to dry really glossy on its own. Picture polish dry times are really fast as well. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Tiffany and a glossy top coat. So next we have Chillax, and this is a Tiffany blue to me. This one has a little bit more green than Tiffany had. Tiffany is more of a lighter blue. Chillax is more of a turquoisey teal, but more blue than that cream. Again, formula is fantastic, completely opaque in 2 coats for me. Again, depending on your application, you may need to go in for a 3rd coat. Formula is smooth though, easy to apply, no running or pooling, no staining with this one either. It's going to dry glossy on its own. A top coat's only necessary if you want to keep it on for an extended period of time. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Chillax and a glossy top coat. So up next we have one of my very first picture polish purchases, and this is Ariels Shade. This is a blue glitter base, or blue glitter in a clear base. This one can be built up on its own in about 3 coats. If you don't want to do that many coats, this is a good contender to use the sponging method on. I did layer this one over Chillax today in just 1 coat. It is a more dense glitter topper, so whatever you put it over isn't going to shine through as much, so you would probably want to put this over something more towards the shade that it is. Like, it wouldn't look great in my opinion over like a yellow. Formula is good though. Everything lies smooth as far as like applying it goes. You don't have to manipulate the glitter to put it where you want it. It does just apply very nice and smoothly. This one's going to dry pretty textured, so you will want a glossy top coat for that reason, and it is going to be a little bit difficult to remove. More so if you build it up on its own. A peel-off base coat is something I do recommend if you are building this one up on its own. Pure acetone if you are layering it over something else. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 1 coat of Ariel's tail over Chillax and a glossy top coat. Up next we have Fool's Gold, and this is an oceanic blue with gold micro glitter. Formula is fantastic on this one. I expected much less from this, and I got very pleasantly surprised. This one does take 2 coats to be completely opaque. It is a crelly, more so cream base, so I expected to lose the glitter on the first level, but that didn't happen. They shone through. It's nice and beautiful. This one is going to dry a little bit textured, so you'll want a glossy top coat for that reason, and it is going to be a little bit difficult to remove. Again, this is one I would recommend a peel-off base coat for. The glitter that are in here do disperse nice and evenly though. You don't have to do any holding the bottle upside down or extra shaking, double dipping, anything of that sort. So my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Fool's Gold and a glossy top coat. And lastly for today is Unicorn, which is one that I have wanted from Picture Polish for a long time. This is a cerulean blue-esque base, and it does have pink micro glitter, silver micro glitter. It's got a purpley kind of flash to it. It looks like it has some of those holographic bits to it, and like silver or gold super duper microflex. This is something that is not put out from Picture Polish often. I feel like they stick to their microflaky formula and their cream formula the most. So when I saw something like this come out, I assumed it's going to be a finicky formula. It's not going to be super easy to work with, but this was fantastic. This is completely opaque in 2 coats. It has a smooth, easy to work with formula. Again, you don't have to do any kind of fishing for those extra glitters. They apply smoothly. They lie flat. It's a great unicorn of a polish. You will want a top coat for this because it does dry slightly textured, and it is going to be a little bit difficult to remove. So again, if you don't like the removal process, I would recommend a peel-off base coat or pure acetone. But in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of unicorn and a glossy top coat. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys saw of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up. Let me know what your favorite polish was from today's video, as well as what your favorite picture polish is. I do have one more picture polish video. I'm going to just throw them all together and get picture polish done. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to Zoya because that was the most voted for video. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.